this season on Sister Wives. I have never done speed dating before. Yes. So just do that when you walk in tonight. What's your love language? My love language is physical touch. He's handsome, so there's that. You and Kody could hang out. No, I think I need to get out. Change up your hair a little bit. I'm kind of a new Janelle. We talked about the spiritual divorce, and I think I'm ready. I love that you're doing this. Janelle. I got another one of those emails from some woman asking sort of like to get to know us for the purpose of joining the family. Sister Wives is back, and the season premiere lays the stage for what may be the most dramatic season in the show's history, with an unexpected burst of unfiltered passion, tension, and mayhem. It is evident from the opening scene that nothing will remain the same. In his confessional, Kody Brown, the patriarch whose dream of a cohesive polygamist family has long been put to the test, sits by himself and confesses that he feels overwhelmed, betrayed, and abandoned. Fans can see right away that the rifts in this family have widened more than they have in the past because of his sour remarks and his demeanor, which combines despair and desperation. Kody's first statements are startling, since he maintains that his wives and kids are rejecting his vision, not him, which is why his family is disintegrating. He asserts that despite his best efforts to keep the family together, the fallout from previous choices, mistakes, and unsaid grudges has finally caught up with him. Kody's admission shows a raw vulnerability, but it also shows a protective edge that indicates he is not yet ready to take full responsibility. The question that viewers are left with is whether Kody is the victim in this situation, or if he is unaware that his decisions have caused the family to drift apart. The episode's introduction of Christine Brown makes viewers uneasy right away. She has established a new life of success and freedom after being completely cut off from Kody. She speaks to the camera in her opening moment with poise and strength. Although she acknowledges that she no longer cares about the family turmoil that has dominated so much of her life, she is well aware that tension still arises because of Kody's unwillingness to confront the reality. Christine responds to Kody with a scathing retort, saying that she chose freedom over unending compromise and happiness over pain. Her words pierce the tension like a dagger. One of the most intense confrontations the series has ever featured is the one between Christine and Kody. Fans are instantly enthralled, and social media is ablaze with comments, arguments, and memes that demonstrate how fearlessly Christine defends her position. Longtime devoted wife Janelle Brown, who has put up with decades of conflict, shares a moment of devastating vulnerability. She acknowledges in her confessional that she and Kody are no longer together. There is only distance, animosity, and a persistent melancholy. No warmth, no collaboration, no intimacy. Fans are drawn into her story as she tries to balance the life she had dreamed of with the realities of her marriage, because of her tears are real and her emotions are unfiltered. Viewers who had long anticipated that Janelle would be the family's pillar of support will find her revelations distressing, and it is evident from her admissions that there may never be hope again. Robyn Brown, who is frequently chastised for her part in the family's disintegration. Also, as one of the episode's most startling scenes, she acknowledges for the first time that she feels like the victim of the whole family conflict. She sobs as she describes how other women have separated her, cut her off, and made her deal with the consequences of choices she may not have even done. She is startlingly vulnerable, which begs the awkward question of who is to blame for the breakdown of the family. Supporters are split. Some feel sorry for her, while others contend that she has always contributed to strife. In any case, Robyn's emotional collapse gives the season a deeper level of depth and guarantees that viewers will be paying close attention to what she does next. In episode 1, children also take center stage, offering some of the night's most startling admissions. Many of them publicly vent their resentment and rage at Kody, accusing him of negligence, partiality, and absence. Some even declare that they no longer wish to make amends with their father, indicating that the harm to the family is far more extensive than any one marriage could ever be. These admissions are unvarnished, heartfelt, and in many respects, unheard of in the history of the program. She is clearly independent, and her boldness lays the stage for a season-long battle for respect, authority, and power in the family. Part of the episode also focuses on Janelle's emotional journey. She breaks down in a confessional, still clearly shocked by Kody's actions and the declining dynamics of the family, and confesses that she no longer has trust in the marriage she once thought could endure any hardship. Janelle laments the breakdown of what was once a close bond with Kody, stating that years of emotional neglect and frustration have caused her to doubt not only their relationship, but also her position in the family. The unvarnished honesty of Janelle's revelations strikes viewers, and social media immediately erupts with support and sympathy for her candor. Her remarks highlight the viewers' increasing agreement that Kody might no longer be able to support the family. In part, Robyn, who is frequently blamed for causing conflict in the Brown home, continues to reveal her own weaknesses. She acknowledges that she feels alone among the other women and that she is stuck in a situation where she must bear the guilt and resentment for events that may not have been her fault. Her sobbing confessions are captured on video as she considers how challenging it is to uphold her duty in the face of animosity and criticism from Kody and the other spouses. Viewers are compelled to reevaluate the narratives they have been given in previous seasons as a result of Robyn's candor, which paints a complex picture of a woman who has long been demonized and misinterpreted. The children, who are becoming strong voices in the family dynamic, are also given a lot of attention in episode 1. Many of them publicly vent their annoyance and rage against Kody, accusing him of being partial, uncaring, and emotionally absent from their life. The audience and the family are both shocked when one youngster openly confesses that they no longer want a relationship with their father. These moments are exceptional because they show how profoundly the family's divisions go beyond marriages and the long-term emotional effects of Kody's choices. The voices of the kids are a clear reminder that the turmoil on reality TV has real-life repercussions for the people who watch it. The episode switches to sequences that show the wives engaging with each other as tensions rise. Subtle jabs, barely restrained annoyance, and passive-aggressive remarks abound in these scenes. Years of unresolved animosity, jealousy, and rivalry permeate even small conversations. The Brown women's relational dynamics inside an increasingly unsustainable family structure are intimately shown to viewers. The viewer can really feel the emotional strain increasing with each scene, and every interaction feels like a powder keg ready to burst. The episode doesn't hold back while revealing Kody's battle to hold on to power. He tries to exert authority over the family's story as the patriarch, but he encounters opposition, doubt, and blatant disobedience. The premiere highlights how Kody's position as the main character is no longer safe by capturing instances in which his words and intentions are contested, questioned, or completely disregarded. There is a noticeable tension, and viewers are left wondering if Kody will be able to regain his former level of power, or if the season will keep making him less relevant. In part 2, a family get-together when unresolved grievances surface is one of the most startling scenes. Arguments, accusations, and emotional outbursts result from long-simmering problems that finally explode, leaving all parties involved clearly rattled. Viewers are given a front-row seat to a family in turmoil as the camera records every look, every muttered remark, and every scathing response. These sequences demonstrate the Brown family's emotional complexity and support the notion that, when done well, reality TV is a study of human behavior under pressure rather than only being entertainment. Attention is also paid to behind-the-scenes exchanges, which highlight the individual challenges faced by each wife as she negotiates the complex terrain of her relationships. Kody's annoyance is linked with Robyn's loneliness, Janelle's grief, and Christine's independence to create a story that is both engrossing and profoundly human. In addition to being viewers, fans are captivated by the story as they watch a family try and mostly fail to balance love, devotion, and personal development. The viewer is left feeling a great deal of ambiguity by the end of part. At best, the family's foundation is precarious, with emotional rifts threatening to completely destroy the home. As the season goes on, viewers will be riveted to the screen because each exchange, conflict, and admission adds another level of depth to the Brown family's story. The first episode has laid the groundwork for a season that promises both surprising drama and real understanding of the challenges of upholding non-traditional family dynamics in the contemporary society. The events of episode also imply that as the season progresses, new alliances and rivalries will surface. As Christine and Janelle express their independence and the kids rebel against his rule, Kody can feel more and more alone. As she navigates her own challenging situation, Robyn might want to increase her influence or shield herself from additional criticism. These relationships foreshadow an uncertain season where viewers will witness shifting loyalties, heightened emotions, and the long-term effects of previous decisions in ways they haven't yet seen. In part, even the smallest moments have a big impact. The degree of strain that lies behind the family's well-maintained public image is revealed by the meaning-laden casual talks, quick looks, and subtle gestures. These subtleties are expertly captured in episode, giving viewers a complex picture of the Brown family and their continuous hardships. By the end of part, it's clear that confrontations, intense emotion, and startling revelations will characterize season a landscape of mistrust. Animosity and unhealed wounds has been left behind as the fantasy of a peaceful, cohesive polygamist family has fallen apart. The drama, heartache, and intimate revelations that characterize the premiere leave fans both enthralled and appalled. Each confession, dispute, and family encounter in episode adds to the story's explosive and emotionally engaging plot. Now, the scene is set for a season that promises treachery, heartache, and surprising turns around every corner. Fans will be eagerly observing to see if the Brown family can overcome these obstacles, or if season will bring one of the most recognizable families on reality TV to a final end. As sister wives, season, episode 1 reaches its climax. The emotional intensity escalates to levels fans have never seen before. Every scene carries the weight of years of unresolved tension, leaving viewers both captivated and horrified. The premiere not only exposes the fractures in the Brown family, but also signals that the conflicts and heartbreak of this season will reach unprecedented heights. The finale of this episode solidifies the fact that the Brown family, once admired for its unity, now stands on the edge of permanent collapse. The episode's climax centers on Kody, whose attempts to regain control over the family narrative grow increasingly desperate. He confronts Christine with a mixture of frustration, disappointment, and vulnerability, yet the confrontation only highlights his diminishing authority. Christine, calm yet assertive, refuses to yield, making it clear that she is no longer willing to compromise her happiness for the sake of a family structure that has long failed her. Her words strike a chord, not only with Kody, but with viewers who have watched her endure years of tension. This scene leaves a lasting impression, demonstrating that the power dynamics within the Brown family have shifted dramatically. Janelle's confessional adds another layer to the episode's emotional complexity. She reflects on the emotional toll of her marriage, revealing that she has been silently enduring the erosion of trust, respect, and intimacy for years. Her vulnerability is raw and relatable, resonating with viewers who recognize the pain of unfulfilled relationships. Janelle's honesty forces both the family and the audience to confront uncomfortable truths. A once tightly knit family can be torn apart not only by external pressures, but by unaddressed emotional neglect. Robyn, long accused of manipulating family dynamics, delivers a moment of shocking transparency. She admits to feeling trapped, isolated and unfairly blamed for tensions within the household. The camera captures her in tears, expressing frustration over being positioned as both the protector and the scapegoat. Her confessional is one of the most emotionally charged moments of the episode, challenging viewers to reassess their perceptions of her role in the family. Robyn's vulnerability underscores the season's central theme. No one in the Brown family is immune to pain, and every member bears the scars of years of conflict. The children, increasingly vocal, continue to play a pivotal role in episode 1's dramatic arc. Several openly express resentment toward Kody, criticizing him for favoritism, neglect, and emotional absence. Some even declare that they no longer desire reconciliation, a revelation that reverberates through the family and shocks viewers. These confessions not only highlight the long-term consequences of Kody's decisions, but also signal a generational shift in the family's dynamics. The children are asserting their independence and challenging the patriarchal structure that has long defined their upbringing, creating a new and volatile layer of conflict that will influence the season's trajectory. Episode 1 also highlights the strained interactions between the wives, revealing the subtle tensions that have simmered for years. Every glance, comment, and reaction is loaded with meaning, and the camera captures the complexity of their relationships with unflinching detail. Moments that might seem trivial to outsiders, such as a dismissive look or a pointed remark, carry significant emotional weight within the family. These small yet meaningful interactions serve as a reminder that the Christine Brown has never been one to stay silent, but this time her voice carried more weight than ever before. The former Sister Wives star walked into a courtroom not as a reality TV personality, not as Kody Brown's third wife, but as a woman determined to expose the truth, no matter how painful, no matter how shocking. For years, fans speculated about unfair treatment, favoritism, and money disappeared within the Brown family's complicated financial system. But in this courtroom showdown, Christine finally put it all on record. The drama began with a single accusation, the shared grocery fund scandal. TLC had glossed over it on screen, brushing it off as family bickering. But behind the cameras, Christine claimed it was a betrayal that left her children hungry while Robyn's pantry overflowed. Christine's attorneys wasted no time laying out the foundation of the case. They painted a chilling picture of a household where all wives were supposed to contribute to and benefit equally from a central grocery fund. But Christine alleged it was manipulated, funneled, and abused in ways that stripped her children of the security they were promised. This wasn't just about groceries, Christine told the judge, her voice cracking. It was about my children's well-being. It was about fairness. And it was about a betrayal that ran deeper than anyone on TV ever saw. The courtroom sat in stunned silence as Christine described how her kids would come home from school, open the cupboards, and find only a few cans of beans or a half loaf of bread. Meanwhile, during visits to Robyn's house, Christine claimed her children would see shelves stacked high with snacks, frozen meals, and meats purchased with the very money Christine had helped contribute. Receipts that shook the room. Christine didn't come empty-handed. Her legal team produced financial records, bank statements, and grocery bills that told a damning story. Deposits from Christine's personal income money she had earned from TLC, cameo appearances, and brand deals were funneled into the communal account. Yet when it came time for her to request reimbursement for groceries or household expenses, Christine claimed the money had mysteriously dried up. What made the courtroom gasp was the comparison chart Christine's lawyers displayed side by side monthly grocery expenditures from Christine's household versus Robyn's. Christine's totals were startlingly low, often less than half of Robyn's. 1 month in particular sent shockwaves through the courtroom. Christine's recorded grocery budget was under $1, while Robyn soared past $1. Christine stared directly at Kody and Robyn as the figures were read aloud. "How do you justify that?" she asked. How do you look at your children and say, "Sorry, we don't have enough for dinner," when across town the shelves are overflowing? The emotional weight. The pain in Christine's voice wasn't just financial, it was emotional, raw, and heartbreaking. She described the humiliation of borrowing food from friends, the tears she wiped away when her kids asked why they couldn't have the same snacks as their siblings at Robyn's house, and the countless nights she cried herself to sleep, wondering how a system meant to unify the family had become a weapon of favoritism. It wasn't just Christine's testimony that carried weight. It was the emotional shift in the courtroom. Judges and legal experts often maintained composure, but even the court stenographer reportedly paused, her eyes brimming as Christine recounted her lowest moments. This was no longer reality TV drama. This was real life, real struggle, and real betrayal. Yetha Marinette, that changed everything. As Christine's testimony ended, her attorney called an unexpected witness, her daughter, Gwendolyn Brown. The room tensed. Fans knew Gwendolyn as outspoken on social media, unafraid to share her opinions on her family, but seeing her step up to the stand, under oath, was a moment that will forever be etched into Sister Wives history. Through tears, Gwendolyn confirmed what her mother had said. She recalled opening empty cupboards at home, contrasted with visits to Robyn's, where she described a mountain of food. Her testimony wasn't just about hunger. It was about feeling less loved, less valued, and less important than the children under Robyn's roof. "I don't want to say I felt like we were starving," Gwendolyn said carefully, "but I felt like we were forgotten. And when you're a kid, forgotten feels the same as starving."